go talk to Tongie. We're going to do life together. Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another edition of Talk to Tongie, and I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie, but on this show, you know me as your friend Tongie. I am literally bursting through the seams right now because I finally got an opportunity to not only showcase every chance I get this amazing restaurant called Sukaraji's, but I've got the owner, and he's going to be our special guest this evening. You know, it takes a lot to have dreams, and you hear me say this week after week. If you've got a dream, you've got a vision, you write it down, you wait for instructions, and then you deploy yourself. And that's exactly what this amazing soul has done. He started with a dream, I'm thinking, right? We'll hear about it real soon, but what do you do when you know that you can have your own footprints in this amazing country in Saint Lucia? Well, you put pen to paper, you roll up your sleeves, and you say, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to do this. Without further ado, let's hear from the man himself, Mr. Aries, that just kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and now he's located here in Rodney Bay, and this place is amazing. The food is authentic, and we gotta ask him that proverbial question: how did you get here? Mr. Aries, thank you, sir.
Well, thank you for coming.
Absolutely. You know, when I first started coming here a couple of years ago, it was just something that was so inviting about this place. The ambiance, the people are so beautiful, the food is freshly prepared right before you. If sushi is your thing, can you please tell us, how did you get here? Most people say by car or by airplane or boat. But the soul of the matter, you know, it was the same. How did you come up with such an amazing concept?
Okay, well, let's start from the beginning.
Absolutely.
So, how did I get here in Saint Lucia?
Yes.
It's a long story.
All right.
Because, you know, I came from literally the other side of the world of Saint Lucia. Yeah, so I came from the Philippines. I had to go through different time zones, stop through different countries. I traveled almost 2 days just to get here. You know?
Sound like me going back to Los Angeles.
That's why it's a long story. That was in 2007.
Oh, come on.
It's been 16 years.
Wow.
But I can still remember. It's only, to me, it feels like yesterday.
It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, I cannot forget the date. It's August 1st, 2007, because it's a holiday. Emancipation Day. We don't have the same holiday in the Philippines.
Okay.
So, around that time, right, 2007, there's like a great demand for auditors all around the world. Yeah. So, to cut the long story short, I came here to work as an auditor. I was hired by the biggest auditing firm in Saint Lucia at that time.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow. So you're coming here, you had no idea to even launch such an amazing restaurant?
Nope.
Now, that right there speaks, you're giving me chill bumps here. We just started. That speaks volumes of literally who you are and what you carry. And when I say what you carry, I've been to the Philippines. I literally love the Philippines. I think I was at Batangas. Yeah. And I loved it. And I have a beautiful girlfriend that when I tell people I've got a sister, and they're like, oh, absolutely, what does she look like? I said, oh my God, she's so gorgeous. And then when I introduced Marietta at Lantak, hey Marie, they're like, that's your sister? I'm like, absolutely it is. So I got an opportunity to experience your culture and loved it. We visited different places. We went from, I think we flew into Manila and then found ourselves in Batangas, and it was just a whirlwind of wow. And I love it. I really, really do. The interesting thing was...
feel miss the Philippines now.
I know, right? I'm so sorry. That's not that's not what I'm trying to do, but it was just, that was my third international trip. And being there, loving on the amazing people, I said, you know what? I've got to make this my second home. So I'm looking forward to going back. Now, you're coming here.
Right.
Your idea is photography, yes?
Auditing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I am so sorry. So
I'm a certified public accountant by profession.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
All right, now you just messed up the entire show now, Jocelyn. So you've got all of these amazing skill sets, and anyone in your caliber could have said, you know what, I'll just settle in right here and this will be, I'll make a good living and have fun doing it. But you want it more. Would you speak on how did you even arrive to the concept of having your own business?
Well, it started when I met Filipinos from the cruise ship, because we have a lot of cruise ships coming to Saint Lucia.
Sure, yeah.
And the crew members are like, majority of them are Filipinos.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Little known fact. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? This is going to be so good that I don't want you to rush it. So let's take a quick break. You guys go get your coffee or your whatever it is that you drink on a Thursday night, right? And then join us right back here. Again, thank you so much for being here. We'll be right back. From the Talk to Tongie show. Are you ready to maximize your business exposure? Of course you are. Why not consider placing an ad right here with me on the Talk to Tongie show on DBS?
Hello, my name is Tori, and I have the privilege and the honor of speaking to you guys and sharing a little bit about Dr. Tongie and what it's like to know her. And I just want to say Dr. Tongie is the truth. Like, she is one of those people that really and genuinely wants you to win. She wants you to live out your life on purpose. She wants to see you live out Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So no matter what life looks like for you, as long as you are seeking our daddy and his counsel and living out the Constitution, right? You will see everything that you have need of added unto you. And she doesn't just say this, she lives it out. I've seen her live life with sheer abandonment, as she says, smiling from her soul after loss, after just life has handed her things that was like so undeserved, right? But she lived it out. She is that example of, I'm not going to tell you something that I myself will not do. Whatever she tells you, she's either done, she's lived it out, and she's on the other side of it, right? So, tune in, listen, lean in, because everything she says comes from our daddy. She's not going to give you fluff. She's not going to give you a feel-good motivational speech. She's going to give you whatever the daddy would say to her that you need to hear. She's going to give you nuggets of truth that work, and you will never be the same again. She encourages, motivates, instructs in business, right? She will help you start and launch a business. She is one of those people that is a wealth of knowledge and information. You handle her with care because she's a gift to anyone's life. She motivates us and shows you the strength that you have to overcome any situation. And she lives it out. And to see her relocate out of the States to go over to the beautiful island of Saint Lucia and just love on the citizens and the people of Saint Lucia like that was her own country is amazing. She has a heart for the citizens, for the people, and she genuinely cares. She's not just telling you to do something for today. She wants to see you live out everything God has promised, every dream that God has placed in you like never before. And to know her is to love her. Okay? So if you have not tuned in, you need to tune in to Dr. Tongie. There's a lot of special words of wisdom and pearls that comes out of that beautiful spirit of hers. And I am just so grateful that sometimes I get a front row seat to see it in living color. So you won't be disappointed. Tune in, book her, allow her to pour into your life. You will never be the same again. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.
This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're going to do life together. And we are back. Thank you again for hanging out with your girl Tongie right here on Talk to Tongie. And we're in this amazing establishment, Sukaraji, and we're with the owner, Aries, who was telling me a little unknown secret behind the camera. I have no experience. Like, what? So you were telling me that you were speaking with other Filipinos from the cruise ships.
Cruise ship, yes.
All right? And that's what was that dialogue like?
Well, at first, because when you move to a country that's very far away from where you're from,
right?
Like you long to see people.
Yep.
And during that time, like on weekends, I just walk around in town just to see if there are Filipinos there. And then when we talk, they always ask me, my brother, where can we get a food to eat, because...
Oh, come on.
And I show them the fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
They said, we always get that,
Right.
And so different people, but same request. They've been telling me, why don't you cook at home and just put it in a like a container and bring it to the port.
I'm getting chill bugs. So you literally were answering a problem, and that's what entrepreneurs do.
Yeah.
So you did this. You're thinking about that, right?
So at first it was just like, no, I didn't pay attention to it, but like everybody's asking me for it. So until I said, why don't I give it a try? Although I don't have an experience cooking.
Who cares?
I mean, so I tried it. I put up a restaurant in town, a Filipino restaurant.
Oh, come on, in Castries.
In Castries.
Okay.
So that's where it all started.
That's where it all started.
Yeah.
Wow. Just going about looking for other folk that look like you. And you're getting the request to cook meals that remind them of home.
Yes.
Wow.
So they said, we've been eating the same food in a ship every day.
Yeah.
We miss the food that we grew up eating back home.
Oh, come on.
And so,
Wow. Now, he makes it sound so easy, right? Most people do, right? You see the glory of what took place, and this place is amazing. But were there ever times when you were literally throwing yourself into answering a problem for your fellow Filipinos? Was there ever a time when you're thinking, but I didn't come here for this, I came for that?
Actually, I saw the opportunity too, because I'm an accountant, so I did a little calculation in my mind.
Yeah.
if there are like 3 cruise ships coming to Saint Lucia,
right now,
how many Filipinos are there? If I could get 50, I could get 100 and a day.
Oh, come on!
And you see, I did a little, feasibility study.
Look at this man!
I thought it could work.
Oh my gosh!
That's what.
Wow. So, if you are thinking about answering a question or a problem or solving a problem for whomever the masses are, this is a prime example that literally you can do it too, right? There are no exceptions to the rule of doing something that brings you joy and answer a problem for someone. Now, why did you infuse with, because your menu is unbelievable, what was behind the infusion of the different foods? I know there's sushi that we have, and I eat it almost every time I get here. Why the infusions of the different foods? Because I really didn't know you had pancetta until I started reading the menu, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, so after a while, when I had that restaurant already, right?
Yeah.
So I thought of why not opening another branch, another restaurant. And I mean, as much as I love Filipino cuisine, it's not very popular. It's okay there in town because my guests, my customers are mostly Filipinos.
Gotcha.
But if I bring it here, I mean, most of the people are not aware of what is Filipino. But Japanese cuisine is like becoming popular, like all over the world.
All over the world, you're absolutely right.
So I said, why not do a restaurant that has a Japanese theme?
Yeah.
But we'll still put our Filipino cuisine in there because we wanted to introduce it to the people.
Wow.
Yeah, so the most popular Filipino dishes, we have it on our menu.
Really? So, I mean, you're saying a lot. You know that, right? That is, it's mind-boggling to think that you came to the country for one thing.
Yes.
And then something else kind of developed out of a need. Who were some of the people that you maybe asked, or did you even ask your closest friends, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, I've done my feasibility studies, and I know that it'll work? Or did you just say, you know what, I'm just going to do this thing?
When I started in town, I spoke with my friend. He's a chef. Yeah.
There the chef go. Okay.
He's a chef. I told him the idea, and he said, "Yeah, why not?" He's on board. Like he's so excited. He was so excited.
Never ask you.
Yeah, the moment.
What are you doing?
He was working in another restaurant at that time.
Yeah.
But I'm also friend with the other restaurant, so no. No issues.
Wow.
And but for the other people actually, they saying from before they had doubts, like
that's where I want to hang out at, because you're gonna always find someone that has a doubt on what you're doing, right? How did you handle that?
Well, I know myself better than anybody else.
Oh my God! Listen to these words of wisdom.
Whatever they say, I don't. Maybe I use that as motivation.
Come on.
And to get back to them later on and say, see?
So you've grown a little bit.
You told me it cannot be done, but
wow.
Here I am right now.
Oh, I love it. So this is in 2007.
Right. No. Okay. In 2014.
2014.
When I opened the restaurant in town.
Wow. So all of that time, you're just kind of working in your profession. Right. In the back of your mind, you're still thinking, I'm going to get this restaurant open, right? Or was that ever even
not right away.
Really?
Maybe when I opened in 2014, maybe I thought about it 2 years before, 1 year before.
Oh, come on.
Because when I want to do something, it's like It's like I do it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. That's me. That is me.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're doing it. You do know that, right? You are really an inspiration. And that's one of the reasons I wanted your story told on this show, because there are so many people, countless people that maybe, someone has told them or their friends have told them, oh, you cook so good, man. You need to open a restaurant. What really goes into opening an establishment like this? What goes into it? I know you've got the passion, right. You start with the end in mind and say, okay, I can see where I'm going, but let me fundamentally do these steps. What were some of the steps you had to take to get here?
Well, you need to at least study the environment. Is it possible? Is it feasible?
Yeah.
But it's more on, if you want to do something.
Yeah.
And you believe in yourself.
Come on.
You will regret it later on if you didn't do it. So it's more on, taking the risk.
Taking the risk.
Yeah.
Wow, man. It feels like I'm in a master class and I'm listening to this gentleman talk about it can be done, but if you don't do it, you will regret the fact that, what, I had that idea and I didn't get it done. Wow. Huh.
It would be a thought that would never leave you.
It'd be a thought that never leaves you.
If you did not do it.
Absolutely. Oh, I love this. Ay. So you're giving the country something that it's not used to having. And you're doing it so well, because there is never a time that I come in here that someone's in a bad mood, that I get shoddy service, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man, come on. Does Aries know that you're portraying what you're doing? How important is unveiling or creating a culture where everyone feels included? Because a lot of people come from literally different walks of life and they feel very comfortable. It doesn't feel like they're being isolated or, sorry, don't come here. How did you construct such a culture where it's so inviting to be here?
Well, we need to lead by example.
Come on, man. Yeah.
So, our culture is a lot different from here. When I get to Saint Lucia first, I was shocked by, I don't know if by the service I'm getting from everywhere. But I think it's a culture thing. In the Far East,
okay.
The people are very, they're very polite.
Yes.
I'll say polite.
Yes.
I'm not saying that people are not. Maybe we're just showing it differently. We show it like when, for example, we bow. Yeah. We put our hands on our chest when we do. when we greet somebody.
Yeah.
We don't call older people by their names.
Okay. Yeah.
Those are the kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So here we try to bring that culture in a restaurant, and it's nice, right?
Yeah. It is. It really is.
Yeah. When people treat you in that manner.
Absolutely. Makes you want to come back over and over again. Sometimes I love going in establishments, not so much for the food, but just the way you made me feel when I was there. Wow. So you've incorporated it a lot. That's a heavy responsibility. You know that, right? To change the mindset of people where, again, it's not that I say we St. Lucians because I'm here part-time and this is my adopted country. It's not that they're suspicious, but it's just what value are you bringing to me? So when people take time to do what you do, you bow and you smile and you serve people with a smile, it really doesn't matter.
I'm telling them, showing or bowing or greeting is not a sign of like putting yourself below anybody else.
Absolutely.
It's just a sign of respect.
You better believe it,
So,
man. That's exactly
that's
what
how
I
you
was thinking.
think of it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you think of the other way, then you're not going to do it.
You're not. You're not at all. Was it difficult to get the people that work with you in this amazing establishment, was it difficult to help with their mind shifts? Because again, a lot of people that work here are from the island. They are. Yeah. So how did you indoctrinate, if that's such a word to be used, but how did you get people to see the value of bringing some of the Eastern flair to Saint Lucia?
Well, as I said, I just I led by example.
You led by example.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I love the way you said that. So, a typical day for you when you literally said, okay, I'm going to do this thing, did it look like this in Castries?
Oh, Castries is different.
Really?
Yeah, this is much better.
He said it himself. So, you opened in Castries, but were you literally thinking at that particular time, I want it to be a place where it's inviting, I can have this amazing artwork on the wall?
Yeah.
How did we get to this concept?
Well, when I do something, I put myself into it.
Yeah.
I want people that it's mine. So I have to make sure that everything is like quality.
Yeah.
And if you have a beautiful place, it makes people come back.
It does.
It makes them proud to be on your establishment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you covered the gamut. You covered the bases on what you wanted people to experience when they walk in the door. Do you still have your place in Castries open?
So
oh boy. Wow. That's amazing. It really, really is amazing. You come for one thing and then you just kind of go into something that's totally opposite, right? Wow.
I want my customer. I want the Saint Lucians to like have a first class experience.
Yeah.
Like most of the Saint Lucians.
Yeah.
They're not very adventurous when it comes to food. But so by having a nice place, maybe they would come.
Yeah.
They would try the food.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
If the place is nice, maybe the food is good too.
Absolutely. And it really, really is. It is. So how did you go about procuring the people that you wanted to work and represent what you offer here? Did you do a job fair? Was it by recommendation? Because again, everyone that I've known that works here literally brings out the best in what you're doing. They do. So how did you find people like that?
Well, the chefs.
Yeah.
I bring them from most of them from the Middle East. Yeah.
Are you serious?
So one of my chefs used to serve the king of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, come on. Little known secret guy. Wow.
So
That's
from there you can see
impressive.
that he's a top chef.
You better believe it. Absolutely.
And the others, they're working in a restaurant chains.
Okay.
Sushi restaurant chains in Riyadh. My last two chefs.
Wow.
And for the locals, it's more on referrals.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have difficulty not shaping the mindset of folk that you want to carry out what you're doing, the culture that you're wanting people to experience? Was it difficult to do that?
I mean, I think there are some people.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you keep on setting an example to them.
There you go.
They say, that's the right way to do it.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's what they will realize is the right way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow, Aries. Hey, yay. Yet again, you encompass everything that dream looks like. You encompass what hope looks like. You really do. And the fact that you were able to believe in yourself and then deploy yourself into what you believed. Wow. What does your family back home think?
My mom is here. So
no way.
All my children, they were all born here.
Oh, come on. Wow. Yeah, that's about family, right? Do you ever get a chance to go back to the Philippines and just...
Yes.
You do?
But my friends, my relatives, they say, I think, even if they don't say to me, maybe they're proud of me.
Of course they are. Of course they are. I would be definitely proud of you. Yet again, you're doing something that a lot of people really want to do. Who comes to a beautiful country and for one thing, and then it's like God had another plan for your life. And you answered the call. Wow. Now, because a lot of folk here, they're really good cooks. They are. But doing something on this scale, it's almost intimidating. Where do I get the funds? How do I even start doing this? How important would you believe to say that if you've got an idea, literally do what you did, right? What kind of blueprint would you give to someone who wants to open up their establishment? I know.
For me, don't be afraid to try new things.
Don't be afraid to try new things.
Go out of your comfort zone.
Ooh, Saint Lucia, did you hear that? You're not going to get away that fast, man. Hold on. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we're listening to Mr. Aries tell us his blueprint of just kind of throwing your heart over the bar and doing what you believe that you can do. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Dr. Tongie is on a mission to help you rediscover God's purpose for your life. And she does this by teaching you how to change your perspectives according to His original plan for you. If you are experiencing bouts of failure or an inability to do things right, she is here to assist you in ending those thoughts that can indeed lead to a depressing mindset. She calls you to emulate the processes a full-scale mind shift requires by replacing religious ideologies and traditions that oftentimes create a sense of struggle. Dr. Tongie provides you with much needed insight, encouragement, and motivation to not only assist you in rediscovering your dreams, but she systematically shows you how to no longer chase them, but how to manifest them. Dr. Tongie is the Caribbean's very own inspirational and motivational speaker, our life and spiritual coach, and someone who delivers hope, encourages our faith, and showcases that we must live a life that is.
This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're going to do life together. All right, we are back. Thank you yet again for allowing me into your living room, your kitchen, your boudoir, wherever you watch Talk to Tongie. I am truly grateful for you, and I do not take you lightly or for granted. I really do understand there's several shows you could be watching, and for you to take time to get to know some of these amazing souls that we have right here in Saint Lucia, it really does mean a lot to me. So thank you. And we are with Aries, who is the proprietor editor of Sukarachi, and you were telling us right before the break the blueprint, what you used, right, to kind of get out of your own way and deploy yourself into something as magnificent as this place. Take it away, sir.
Yeah. So you must have a goal in your mind.
A goal.
And
okay.
Focus on that goal.
Okay.
Don't be swayed by people who might say, it cannot be done.
Yeah, because unfortunately, you're going to have people like that, right? To tell you what you can't do.
Always.
Yeah.
And you cannot do it on your own. I mean, have faith.
Huh. That's a mouthful right there. Have faith.
I mean, we need some guidance from above.
Amen. I'm a true believer in that. I really, really am. Absolutely.
And then, the success of a business, it all boils down to how you treat people.
That's what I was waiting on.
Yeah.
How you treat people, because without people, there is no business, right? Wow.
So, in a business, there are three the types of people that are very important.
Okay.
So, first, your employees.
Okay, very good.
And the second is of course your guests.
For sure.
And then your suppliers.
Now, we never talk about the suppliers, but being in this industry, supplies are really, really important, yeah?
Yes.
So, do you get all of your ingredients sourced here from the island, or do you have various suppliers that fly in what you're in need of, or how does that work?
Yeah, that's one challenge that I always have. Like, if you want something, it's not always there. As much as you want to provide quality products to your guests, it's not always there. It's a challenge.
It is a challenge.
I mean, we're in an island somewhere in the Caribbean, so. So it is a challenge.
It is.
It is a challenge. But most of my what do you call that? My materials, my products, I get it from local suppliers.
Wow.
Yeah.
So not only are you the people that work with you benefiting from being here, but the suppliers as well. That's amazing. It really, really is. Thank you so much for thinking of them when you're thinking about, the supplies that we're in need of. So a typical day for you, Aries, you've got two businesses going, you're back and forth. What does that look like when you're thinking, hey, I got to go and get this thing running for today? What does that look like?
Well, I can say I have a handful, but it's getting the right people, people you can trust.
Yes.
So you don't need to be there all the time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Was that difficult for you to even think about, wow, I've got to leave my baby now and get up north? Or
well, no, not really. Well, I normally come to the restaurant at night.
Really?
Yeah, when we're about to close.
Yeah.
So I spend some time with my kids. I drop them to school.
Yeah.
I pick them up, and I still have that my accounting thing, my auditing.
Really?
Yeah. Going on. So I do some work during the day.
Oh, right?
Yes.
With everything else that you're doing, right? Streamlining yourself into opening this restaurant, because you do a lot and you're compartmentalizing everything. Is that right? Are you doing the accounting full time, or is it the restaurant now and then some accounting? How does that work with what you're doing?
Well, when I opened this restaurant, that was in 2019. I decided to resign from my auditing job.
Really?
Because it's too much already. I mean, it's gonna be unfair for that job because it's gonna affect it. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I resigned, I resigned when I opened this. I resigned as a senior manager.
Oh, come on.
There's a lot that I gave up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, now I'm getting the chill bumps for real here. You believed in yourself. You believed in the vision so much that you said, okay, I've got to go this way. Was that frightening for you?
Not really. Well, maybe. I could say.
You're out here now, so.
Yeah. Well, looking back, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. What if it's not going to work and I already gave up my job?
Yeah, but it's too late now, right? What do you want your family to take away from what you're doing and what you've done, what you've managed to accomplish? Your children, for instance.
Like, for my children, I'll tell them that you cannot get things. It's not simple. You cannot sit there and it will come to you. You have to work hard for it.
You have to work hard for it. Absolutely. So a typical day, that's where I was going. Typical day for you, what time do you get up and get started?
I'm a late person, type of guy. So I sleep late.
Oh, come on. I would have thought you were going to say about 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'm up and
I sleep late and I wake up late too.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Yeah, sometimes I just wake up just to drop the kids to school and then go back to bed again.
And that is so important because they still get to realize that, yes, you are an established businessman, but you still have time. You take time for them. It's so important. Wow. But your mom, your mother, what does she think about what you've done here?
She's proud of me.
Absolutely. And what do you think? That's important too. What do you think about what you're doing? Because you really are shifting mindsets. You're blending cultures. That's major.
For me, I'm not there yet. So there's still lots to,
That's interesting that you would say that, because a lot of folk would be like, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm look at me. Not in the sense of I'm braggadocious, but I literally am doing what I love to do.
I'm just starting.
You're just starting. So I've got to say something about the artwork that's on the wall. Unbelievable. Were these pieces commissioned?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Local artists?
Local artists.
Oh, come on.
It was painted by Alvin St. Omer. Alvin St. Omer is I'm not sure if it's the grandson or the son of the Saint Lucia's national artist.
Oh, come on.
He designed the Saint Lucia national flag.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, did we not do a piece on him or said something about him in past shows? Because he's just incredible. Wow. So the vision for the painting, was it something that you said, okay, this is what I'm envisioning and I'd like for you to do it, or did you leave that up for him to do?
Well, I told him what the theme.
Yeah.
So, but everything is that's on him.
Hi.
And I'm happy it turned out well. I say my guest who comes here, this is the only place where you can eat in Rodney Bay, but you can still see the pitons.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Wow. So what is next for you, man? You're doing it. You've done it in Castries. You're doing it in Castries. You're doing it in the north in Rodney Bay. What else do you want to do?
My dream.
I'm listening.
Right? Is to bring this in my country.
Oh, come on. Oh, Aries, that is perfect.
In
Absolutely
the Philippines.
Perfect. I am getting chill bumps here. You know you're going to do it, right?
I hope so.
Of course you are.
I'm keeping the faith.
Absolutely. So you got to give us some social media handles. People need to know where you are, how they can get in contact with you and stay engaged. Again, this walking in here feels so good. It really, really does. What's your social media handles?
Well, we have a Facebook page, Sakuragi restaurant and sushi bar. We also have an Instagram page. That's it.
Yeah. When people come in and they tell you, especially coming in from other countries or what have you.
So we have a website too.
Well, please give us the website, sir.
SakuragiSLU.com.
Really?
So you can find our menus in there.
Yeah. And I've got to promise you, it is some of the best cuisine that you can actually have. The people, like I said when we were first coming on, are amazing people. You've done so very, very well to blend the cultures, to give us a piece of the Philippines right here in Saint Lucia. That's amazing, sir. And before we go, I've got to ask you, how did you come up with the name?
Oh, Sakuragi. Sakuragi, you know, in the Philippines, basketball is big. Everybody's crazy about basketball.
I know.
So they love everything about basketball. And growing up, so including me, growing up, there's a Japanese anime.
Oh, come on.
It's about basketball, and the protagonist, his name is Sakuragi. So everybody related to that person, and because he was like a menace. He was a troublesome guy. At first, he doesn't know how to play basketball. But then he was given a chance.
Come on.
And he thrived with basketball. He doesn't know how to shoot. All he did was doing rebounds. It's like the Dennis Rodman.
Oh boy, really?
So the name Sakuragi, because it's a Japanese restaurant, right? So I want it to sound Japanese.
Absolutely.
But when there are Filipinos who come and see the name Sakuragi, they would relate to it.
Absolutely. You said a mouthful there. You did. Do you ever feel like, you know what? I'm the rebounder. I've got to do this. Oh, wow. Some of the dishes that you can find on your menu, some of your staple dishes are?
Well, we have the sashimis, fresh sashimi. We had a local supplier, but they bring it fresh. Like, you know, they order it today from Miami or elsewhere. So it comes here by plane, so it's fresh. So we have maki rolls. We have we have soups and salads. And then, as I mentioned a while ago, we had the most popular Filipino dishes on our menu.
Wow.
Like the adobo. Sisi, lechon kawali.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry right now. Wow. You've done it. You're doing it.
Thank you.
I'm so very, very proud of you, literally, for coming here. You came for one thing. You were led to do something else. You answered the problem for people that said, you know, how can I have what I'm used to here? And then you're celebrating it daily by telling people, you know what? You can trust us. We got you. We do. I'm proud of you and your accomplishments. It makes me think of the risk taker that I am, and I do calculated risks. I told my audience I was in LA just kind of minding my own business, and then my daughter says, I'm going to take you to the Philippines. I'm going to take you to the Caribbean. And my thing to her was, okay. But I never knew that coming here would give me so much peace. I've never been at peace the way I am putting my stakes down here. And it's amazing that I get to do this every single day, right? To meet people like yourself that took calculated risks. You said something that I thought about when I did my own SWOT analysis. You didn't stop. Ha! Amazing. And the support that you get from your wife, yeah, it's there.
Well, at first, she's one of the doubters too. To be honest.
That's another conversation.
But it's like a good balance, because if I say something, she says the opposite.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
That's okay.
I think sometimes you need people to,
you know,
those types of people.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So what does she think now that you're doing it, and you're doing it on two fronts, Castries and in Rodney Bay?
Well, she's quiet now.
Did you hear that? She's quiet now. Wow. Amazing, Aries. Keep doing what you're doing. I believe that we're going to have a restaurant like this in the Philippines. You're going to bring one to LA. You're going to bring it to other Caribbean nations. Have you even thought about that?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. And I'm going to invite you there.
All right.
When that happens.
When it happens. We don't use prepositions if and but and can't. When it happens. That would be absolutely amazing. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you found your purpose. You found your dharma. And you're not giving up, and you're not quitting, and you're just going to keep rolling up your sleeves and showing up every day. And you're not having to reinvent the wheel. Amazing. All right. So if you are in need of an amazing place to let your hair down, the music is high. The food and the drinks, believable they are. I'm not going to say unbelievable. I'm going to say they're believable because it's delicious. And perhaps you can take into consideration what Aries is talking about. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams. And the ones that tell you can't do it, you just do it anyway. Don't bloat. Just do it anyway. And definitely keep your faith. Wow. Any last remarks that you'd like people to know?
Just believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
You, as I said, you know yourself better than anybody else.
Absolutely.
You know what you're capable of. So
yeah.
Go for it.
Go for it. All right. Now, we've got something that he is going to be giving to the show so that we can be a blessing to other folk like we do. So we're going to take a really quick break. I know my EP is going to scream when I say that, but I literally want Mr. Aries to do what he does because he gives back to the community also. He's just not one that says, hey, come to my establishment and let me feed you and take your money. He gives back, and he has a wonderful way of doing it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Who are you, sir?
Andrew.
Andrew, and you watch the show. What do you like about the show?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I didn't pay him to say that.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so very much, Andrew. God bless you for that. Thank you, sir. This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're going to do life together. And we are back yet again. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. I do not take it lightly or for granted that you're here, and I'm so grateful that you are. The premise of the show is for you to glean as much as you can from those who are literally doing it, so that you don't give yourself excuses anymore of not thrusting yourself where you really need to be. Before the break, I told you that Aries is not only a proprietor of an amazing restaurant or restaurants, but he also gives back in such a way that a lot of people probably don't know what he does behind the scenes, because you're not one that go around and say, hey, look at me, look at what I'm doing, right?
You forced me into this interview.
I forced him into it, he says. I resemble that remark. So, you're giving back.
Yes.
Why? Why is that so important?
Well, Saint Lucia is like my second home.
Yeah.
Well, it's my home.
It's your home.
I've been here for 16 years.
Yeah.
And the people here welcome me.
Yeah.
And, you know, in my own little way.
Yeah.
And for my valid guest like you, I mean,
Thank you.
we appreciate you.
Thank you so very much.
But just another, if I can say, not related to the business.
Absolutely.
But the Filipino community here, we are very thankful for the Saint Lucia people and our way of giving back. Like every Christmas, we go to what's the name? It's a home for the aged. Yeah, Saint Lucia's home.
Wow.
Yeah, so we go there every Christmas. We cook and bring there. We sing karaoke with the
Are you
elderly.
serious?
We bring the essentials.
Yeah.
But for the last 2 years, we were not able to
For sure.
mingle with them.
Yeah.
We just bring the food, or whatever they need
For sure.
that we can, give.
Wow.
And so it's our own way of saying
your
thank
own
you to Saint Lucia and
Absolutely.
to
Absolutely.
the people of Saint Lucia.
Wow. Didn't I tell you were in for an amazing show this evening? Ay. Now I'm like a little girl. He got a gift for me. Let's see what that gift is.
This one is a voucher. I told you it has been there since Christmas. I even wrote a dedication there for
my God.
for Christmas. It's Merry Christmas.
So it's Christmas today. Merry Christmas. Wow.
So it's a voucher.
Thank you so very much,
And
sir. A voucher so that we can continue giving like we do.
and a bottle of sake.
Oh, no, you did not. This is so beautiful.
It's a rice wine, Japanese wine.
Oh, I know what sake is.
You can have it warm, cold,
Wow.
depending on your mood.
Oh my gosh. I am so grateful because I understand that when people are kind to you, they don't necessarily have to be kind. And you've rolled out the red carpet and you really do make us feel very comfortable here. One of the things my grandsons say is, Nana, when can we go to Sukarachi? So I'm like, yep. We can go today. So again, thank you. I am looking forward to inhaling. And I am looking forward to being a blessing to as many people as we possibly can.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, very, very much. Wow. Hi. What do you do when you answer the call? How do you make it happen when people are asking you to do something that they know that you have the ability to do, but perhaps you don't think you have the ability to do it? We'll answer that question right after this quick break. Again, thank you so very much for being here. All right? Be right back. Dr. Tongie, from the Talk to Tongie show. Are you ready to maximize your business exposure? Of course you are. Why not consider placing an ad right here with me on the Talk to Tongie show on DBS? Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're going to do life together. And we are back yet again. Thank you so very much for hanging out with the girl, Tongie, from Talk to Tongie. And the proverbial question here is, how do you make it happen? People see your potential, but oftentimes you don't see the potential that you carry. And whenever you are even thinking about launching a business, one of the things that you think about is, what value do I bring to the people that I serve? How do I serve people with my gifts, my talents, and my skill sets? And that's exactly what Aries did. I find it really amazing for someone to come from another country, right? And he came for one thing, but yet he answered the question from people from a cruise ship. How about that? People that knew he had the potential to whip up some good meals for him, and he made it into a business. So I would say to anyone who has ever dared to dream, my children always tell me that, Mom, you dream in color. And I do. I don't necessarily have to see all of the steps that I need to take, but I do have to start that dream with the end in mind, knowing that our steps are ordered of Him, and knowing that He knows exactly the plans that He has for our lives. It gives me the reassurance that no matter what, we're going to do exactly what it is that we purpose to do. And that's the same thing for you. If you've got a dream, if you've got vision, whatever it is that gets you up in the morning times and causes you to lose sleep at night, write it down. Believe. If you've tried and tried again and you're thinking that I cannot do this, you don't understand, woman, I've lost this and I've lost that, I can give you a story about losing. How do you go from $4 million US? Yep, that was me. Picking up the pieces and saying that I can do this. I've got to do this. There's a cry in the wilderness, and I've got to answer that cry. I need you to believe again. I need you to put it down on paper. It's what I tell my children. Write it down. Nothing happens until you write it down. Nothing happens until you speak life into it. We don't always get it right, but there's nothing wrong with trying. I absolutely love meeting people just like you, with stories that resonate on how to do what it is that you believe that you were called to do. I've talked with people that have done it, and then they find themselves on the other end of, can you help me? That's why you always be careful when you're entertaining people. You never know. There go you by the grace of God, right? It could be you. I know what it means. I know what it feels like to have absolutely nothing. I know what it feels like to have everything at my disposal. I kind of like that one versus the absolutely nothing, but you get my drift. I believe that everyone has a purpose. I believe that God would never create or never manufacture a product, us, without placing potential in us, without placing purpose in us. If Aries can come to a whole other country and do what he did, then so can you. Saint Lucia, we have everything we need to be uberly successful. I've told you once, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I didn't start living like I'm living until I got here. It is something about the amazing people that you are. It is something about the culture that you represent. But it's the kindness, your ability to help your neighbor, to make certain that your neighbor has food, and if he doesn't, then you give him food. Your ability to show love, man, that just, it's mind-blowing. I've never met anyone like I've met here in this island who didn't care about their community, who didn't care about the people that makes up the community who didn't care about themselves enough to dream. All right? So do this. Do this for me. If you've done something, you've got a dream, you've got a desire, you've got a purpose, write it down. Lift it up to him because he's going to break it. But the way he rolls it out blows your mind. Someone said, well, Doc, you don't understand. I don't have the money. Well, there's a little scripture that says, come by without any money. And I'm a living witness that just happened yesterday. You literally can show up. Just show up with the beliefs that you can do it. With the belief that somebody's going to hear it, my story, someone's going to come along and they're going to help me. Help me. All right? I'm your girl. I'm Tongie. I love you, love you, love you, because I have the gift of love. And if you see me outside of the places and you want to come up and share your story, and I really do get that a lot, don't be surprised if I don't pull out my camera. Until next time, I am so grateful for Aries. I'm amazingly thankful that he allowed us into his kingdom to see exactly what he does behind the scenes. When you're in Rodney Bay, come and check this man out and fall in love with the place like I have. Amazing chefs, delicious and tantalizing food, and the service is second to none. Thank you, Saint Lucia, for making all of my dreams come true. I love you, I love you, I love you. Till next time, the Lord say the same and the creek don't rise. We're going to do this thing called Dr. Tongie yet again on Thursday nights right here on DBS. And stay in contact with me, all right? At drtongieshow.com on every platform. I will listen and I'll respond accordingly. Thank you so very much for making my dreams come true. Mwah! I love you. Bye.
You're watching DBS.